Thank you to today's sponsor, Dollar Shave Club. Hey brother! Jay the Elder Wand is one of the most powerful artifacts in the entire wizarding world and is so important to the story of Harry Potter. Like, it is sort of the deciding factor in the climax of the entire series. Basically, Harry is the master of the Elder Wand as he believes, or he's about to die. Or is he? All we know for sure about the path of the Elder Wand is that Harry eventually is the true master of it because we see him repair his old wand with it. But what if he's not the only one? What if secretly the Elder Wand serves two masters? Tracking the true path of the Elder Wand can be oh so tricky. In fact, so tricky that we've actually already made a theory about a different possible path. You can check out that one by clicking the card. According to the books, the path of the Elder Wand is as follows. The wand starts with Grigorovich, the foreign wand maker. Grindelwald then steals the wand from Grigorovich, who is then defeated by Dumbledore. Dumbledore is the true master until Draco disarms him on the astronomy tower, when Draco becomes the true master until Harry physically takes another wand from him, and then Harry becomes the master of the Elder Wand in turn. Personally, I've never really been a huge fan of this particular explanation, especially because Harry becomes master by physically removing a wand from Malfoy. Like, physically. Did I say physically? Like, as in, like, without magic, and then it just like magically, oh, there it is. All wands previously loyal to Draco Malfoy are now loyal to Harry Potter instead, including the most powerful wand ever, which wasn't even present for this event. Sure, yeah, I'm sorry, but I know that eventually Voldemort does get possession of the wand and that Harry is kind of spouting off his giant great big theory about how he became the master of the Elder Wand, and that the entire climax of the entire series basically rests on this one final moment when we figure out who it's loyal to, and it's Harry. But which, by the way, have you ever noticed in this final encounter between Voldemort and Harry that they're actually like physically shaping the Deathly Hallows? You have Harry under the invisibility cloak watching the other two battles happen over here. He then takes off the invisibility cloak and Voldemort and him circle each other. Like, and it specifically says circle like 10 times. Circle each other until that final moment when bang, they complete it. I honestly have no idea if this is on purpose or not, but it's glorious either way. In any case, I have yet again been pondering the true path of the Elder Wand, and I believe that I have come to an awesome new conclusion. That is, by the end of the Deathly Hallows, the Elder Wand actually serves two masters, Harry Potter and Neville Longbottom. What? Neville, how could that be the case? I am so glad you asked, like seriously so glad you asked. This is going to be so fun. As we said previously in the Half-Blood Prince, we are supposed to believe that Draco becomes the master of the Elder Wand when he bursts into the astronomy tower and disarms Dumbledore. But personally, I just don't buy it. Yes, it's a little bit better than Harry becoming master by physically taking a different wand from Malfoy, but just barely. Later on, Dumbledore explains to Harry that his original plan was for the power of the wand to die with him because Snape would only be killing Dumbledore on Dumbledore's own terms. But then something went wrong and Malfoy came in and disarmed him. Yeah, sure, Dumbledore, but by your own argument, that doesn't totally make sense. Like, yes, Dumbledore was surprised that Draco had found a way to get Death Eaters into the castle and actually even is like impressed with him for that feat. But he was fully aware that Draco had been tasked with killing him. These events are not surprising to him at all. Draco doesn't defeat him any more than Snape does. In fact, he defeats him less. Snape actually kills Dumbledore. Spoilers. And that is when I believe Snape actually becomes master of the Elder Wand. And this is where we can toss to more recent information from J.K. Rowling herself, who describes the wand as more sentient than any other and has the ability to determine the winner based on its own opinion. I mean, as far as the wand is concerned, Dumbledore is okay with either of these two getting the best of him in the name of Draco's safety. So when one disarms him and one kills him, who do you call the victor? And besides that, in Fantastic Beasts, do you remember when this happens? This is hands down more of a disarming than anything Draco did to Dumbledore, who, keep in mind again, is perfectly okay with Malfoy disarming him. But if it counted when Draco did it, then Newt and or Tina should have become the master of the Elder Wand right here. But of course we know they don't, so yeah, I'm going with Snape as the master of the Elder Wand after he kills Dumbledore. Voldemort, of course, comes to this same conclusion when he realizes the wand isn't working properly for him and goes to kill Snape. Except only kinda. Voldemort goes and whips out his oh-so-trusty wedding planner, and in spite of spending the entire book trying to become Master of the Elder Wand and just killing Snape with Avada Kedavra, instead, he has Nagini do it. Dude, come on! You know, Snape, I could totes kill you in a jiffy, but for plot convenience, I think I'll have Nagini do it instead, so that Harry, who's like, right over there. Yes, hey Harry, I see you. How you doing, my boy? Can come over and collect some memories from you. Sound good? It's a known fact that Voldemort liked a good thumbs up. So, the question is, does Nagini killing Snape count as Voldemort killing Snape? And the answer is yes, I think it does, because Nagini is of course a Horcrux and contains a tiny piece of Voldemort's soul inside of her. So I think her killing Snape does allow Voldemort to become the Master of the Elder Wand. But the real question is, Nagini is its own being. Does she also become Master? And the answer is yes, I kind of think it does. Nagini contains a piece of Voldemort's soul inside of her. So when she kills Snape, a piece of him is also killing Snape. So I think that makes sense. The caveat here, and stick with me, I think it also makes Nagini Master of the Elder Wand. Like, crazy, right? But don't worry, I can explain. The very unique thing about Nagini is that she actually has two souls inside of her, Voldemort's and her own. So when she kills Snape, Snape is actually being killed by two entities at the same time. It's particularly unique because this particular situation is also determining the new Master of the Elder Wand, and if it so determines one the Master, it kind of means both are the Master. Now, you might be thinking like, obviously Voldemort's soul counts more than Nagini's, or that maybe the wand would only even recognize human souls. To which I say, one, Voldemort is barely even a human anymore, what with 7 Horcruxes in all, and the other is that Nagini at one point in time very well may have been a human. For a full explanation on that, just click the card. It's totally gonna happen in Fantastic Beasts. So you may be thinking like, what does it really matter if Nagini's the Master of the Elder Wand? Even if she used to be a human, she's a snake now, so what good does it do? And mostly you'd be right, except Nagini goes on to get herself killed by one Neville Longbottom, who goes on to be another Master of the Elder Wand. But Ben, I hear you saying, what about Harry and Voldemort in their final fight? How does Harry win if Voldemort is the Master of the Elder Wand? Well, that's actually easy enough, and we've actually explained it in a video before, but when it comes to Harry and Voldemort, ownership of the wand simply doesn't matter. Because in the end, Voldemort was always going to lose that fight. Harry can't lose to Voldemort for the same reason why Voldemort couldn't kill him in the forest. Voldemort took Harry's blood into himself when he was resurrected in the graveyard, thus preserving Lily's protection over Harry. Harry doesn't win by being Master of the Elder Wand. He wins by the power of his mother's love being more powerful than the magic of the wand. And by him defeating Voldemort, Harry in turn becomes Master of the Wand. And for that matter, if you want to argue that the owner of the Elder Wand cannot be defeated, then I have to say, how is anyone else other than the first brother ever the Master of the Elder Wand? Wouldn't he have just died the Master undefeated? The power of the wand would have died with him, and for that matter, wouldn't Grindelwald have defeated Dumbledore under these same circumstances? But obviously Grindelwald loses to Dumbledore, and what does everyone know Dumbledore's favorite kind of magic is? Fire! And love. In any case, the takeaway here is that it is very possible that Neville became Master of the Elder Wand and never had any idea. And this is by far my favorite part about this theory, but how cool is it that the two people that it comes down to are the two boys, Harry and Neville, that the prophecy could have been talking about? The only two people in the series capable of pulling the sword from the hat. The two people who landed the two final blows to Voldemort himself. It's not only possible, but fitting that Harry and Neville are the two to master the Elder Wand. Master it, but not use it. Jay, everyone knows that Dollar Shave Club does razors, but they actually do so much more, which is why today I want to talk about the $5 Daily Essentials Starter Kit. You can get this whole kit with everything in it for just $5 by going to dollarshaveclub.com/SCB. It comes with razor blades of course, shave butter, the oh so famous peppermint butt wipes, but the thing that we want to talk about today is the lavender body cleanser. So let's give it a try. Whoops, I can't shower in clothes. Shower shorts. All right, guys, let's do it.
doing here? Without your shirt on.
Excuse me, what are you doing here without your shower shorts on? And where are we? Is this like a lavender field?
Yeah, lavender. Smells great. Very beautiful. Do wish I could leave though.
Yeah, how did we get here?
Yeah, funny story. I was using the One Wipe Charlie's, the Dollar Shave Club peppermint butt wipes. Very refreshing, must say. Would recommend. But the moment it touched my skin, I ended up here in this amazing, peaceful field of lavender.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was just using the lavender body cleanser, which, yeah, smelled pretty much just like being here. But am I to presume we can't go back?
You know, I don't know. What happens if you move the loofah? Ah, no, wait, take me with you! He'll be back. I'm pretty sure about that. He'll be back. But in the meantime, have I told you guys about the Dollar Shave Club Daily Essentials Starter Kit? It's just $5 and comes with everything you need on a daily basis, including the legendary One Wipe Charlie's, the peppermint butt wipes, if you're brave enough to try them, the shave butter, which I use on my own face, razors, of course, and then the lavender body cleanser, which I probably can guarantee you won't actually take you to a amazing, peaceful field of lavender, which I really wish I could leave.
Guys, all you have to do to get your own $5 starter kit is go to dollarshaveclub.com/SCB. I will put a link in the description down below, and just remember to lavender responsibly. You don't want to end up like Jay. Jay, my question for you and everyone else is, what do you think? Is Neville the master of the Elder Wand? This is like one of my favorite kinds of theories because it totally changes my interpretation of those final moments by not actually changing the plot at all. But be sure to leave your thoughts in the towel section down below. Guys, as always, thanks for watching. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you'd like to see the complete theory on how Nagini maybe once was a person, you can click this video right here. Or if you'd like to see our other theory about the true path of the Elder Wand, you can click this video right here. But Jay, that's all I've got for you today, man. I will see you on Tuesday.